We're live.
Are we? Let me see.
Yeah,
Let's check. Are we going live on the Convex account as well?
yeah, we're live. Let me see. Got some
Let's check on
questions.
you. Okay, yes, we are. All right, perfect.
If you hear us, drop a message in the chat. Let us know where you're watching us from. How you doing today?
Welcome to monthly active users, something a lot of people don't have, but I love the name nonetheless.
All right, we're gonna rock with that for now.
It's actually a fire name. How did you think of it?
Ah, because I was going with hi Ben. I was going with trying to be like what's the show TPBN, those guys.
Yeah. The
And
Tech Bros.
and I was thinking about different names, and I came up. I had a name for what are you building, and the acronyms was what WAYB, and my wife was like, that sounds like corny. That's kind of corny, right?
Shout out to Wifey. Telling the truth.
Yeah, she was like, that's kind of corny. And then I'm gonna acknowledge there's a age difference, and there's a nickname going around for people, and I was like, is what about Mickey and Unc?
Mickey and Unc is crazy.
Yeah, and so we're gonna rock with MAU for officially monthly active users. That's what we're gonna call it.
Yes, I love it. Monthly active users. I love the name. All right, I'm just getting some things in order. Let me retweet this live and solid. All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. I am a head of propaganda at Convex. Wait, how's that title? That's a fire title,
It's a
isn't it?
fire title, head of propaganda. That's a title.
Head of propaganda. I think.
What
I
is
think.
your what is your number one priority as head of propaganda?
I just gotta make sure Convex is cool, man.
Yeah,
That's what it is. As
yeah,
long as you think Convex is cool, I'm doing my job. Let us know in the chat. I don't know if there's a place where we can see the chat, Wayne.
yeah. It should be on the
Chat
sidebar.
if
Yeah,
Let
click
us
on
know
chat.
in the chat where you from. I think there's a couple stories we should talk about, Wayne, and
Okay.
then we can. I'm gonna send you some links, and if you could share your screen because I got too much personal information on my end.
All right, team. All
Uh,
right, drop me the links. All
I'm
right,
gonna send you some tweets and some things I would love for us to talk about.
all right, bet.
And then, yeah, we could just vibe.
All right, you ready? You gonna pull up the first one?
Yes, please.
All right, bet. Let me go ahead and share this tab. All right, what's this? I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing I wanted to talk about on the monthly active users podcast is, these rays are too insane. $61 million Series A.
Uh-huh.
Now, is this normal? You are in SF. You are in the heart of it all. $61 million Series A. To me, to the Toronto boy, maybe it's because this is just out of pocket in my sense. This seems like an insane raise, and it just feels like the raises are getting even more wild and more wild and more wild. And a lot of people saying this is a bubble. I would love to hear, Wayne. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, 61 million is a lot. That's a lot for Series A. But um the truth of the matter is like they're doing some AI. I don't know the backstory of this team, their previous founders and so forth, but they have any sort of previous win history for VCs, and they got a good stack and good distribution. They can prove the distribution channel. Hey, Series A, 61 million, get their money. I'm happy for them. I want everybody to win. I want us to win too. So I'm like, get it. The question is, in terms of around a bubble, will we see this type of raise 6 months from now, a year from now? Like I saw a wild story yesterday that about the OpenAI not asking for a bailout, wanting a bailout already.
Nah, they basically did. They're like, yo, if we fumble the bag, like, I'm sorry, this is insane. Like, someone tweeted saying, private profits, but public backups. Like, they basically were like, listen, if we bomb all this, if we wreck the game, help us out. And to me, that's like, come on, you can't be doing that.
And so that's not a good sign for the whole market. Regardless of whether it's true or not, it's not a good
Yeah.
sign for the whole market to be like, yeah, we're in a bubble, right? Because OpenAI, I mean, they're making billions, right? They're making billions, right? It's reported. But if the market is saying that, oh, down the road they're gonna be needing money, that's a signal in the market. So we're a bubble. I hope not. I want at least 3 more years of everybody getting banked. Series A, 61 million, 50 million. What did they do? It's a AI what, right? What is it?
It's honestly like it's basically like you connect all your like business data
We
and
have raised
watch it.
61
Yeah,
Okay.
let's watch it. I actually think we should
by
watch
our ability to solve the most complex customer operations problem for companies like DoorDash.
Today, our AI agents handle hundreds of thousands of conversations per day. Let's see how we go live in
Okay,
just 2
the
weeks.
UI looks
Start
slick. The UI, I mean, I'm impressed with the UI so far.
by uploading your company's documents, transcripts, policies, even. Are you there? Are you there?
Hey, Isha. Maybe text first? I was busy with a customer.
Dang, bro, the AI
Well,
covered you.
since I'm already here.
To reach
Yo,
a target deflection rate of
So wait, basically,
98%. This
I watched the video.
uh,
Basically, you connect all your business data, and then they have like the AI shorty who like you ask her questions, and she'll
call it,
tell you where to
call it
upload.
shorty. Oh, call it shorty.
That's what it is. Like, you saw it. She's like text first. It's funny, but I will say this. I will say this. I think 61 million is insane, but at
Yeah,
the same time, I think everyone's at a point where like, let's raise all the money now, because if it does go bad, we'll be able to pay our employees. We'll be able to pay,
yeah,
everything like the
yeah,
show
yeah.
goes on, which
I
is
agree.
cool,
I agree
right?
100%. I agree 100%. It's like if you can't raise 61 million now, get your 61 million. Don't be like, oh, don't raise. I don't want to oversubscribe. Get your money because it may not be here in 6 months or a year from now. Agree
Yeah.
100%. And one
Because the
thing I
worst
like,
thing that can happen is if you're tight on a budget and things are tight and the bubble pops, that's the worst place to be.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the worst place to be.
no, agree. I will say, I was at a dinner last night with I think you met Bryce. Bryce is cool. You follow him on Twitter. But I was at dinner with him, and there was a young team that built a product very similar to this. The UI doesn't look fire like this, but very similar to this. They're in Jessica Calacantz's launch accelerator. Same thing, same thing. I don't know if they're gonna raise 61 million, but it's the same thing, like big brain for your company. So, but
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
good idea, good
You know what?
idea.
You know what I realized though? I realized, and like, any investors in the chat, let me correct me if I'm wrong,
Huh.
but you sort of invest more in the founders than you do on the idea per se. Like it does feel like investing is like a vibes thing. Like, oh, I like this team. They've crushed it before. These guys know what they're doing.
Oh,
And
we
uh
have a guest. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. We have a guest. Some
yeah,
more.
so like it feels like that's what investing is like, because you said, oh, these guys maybe crushed it before, these guys have done it before. So um it feels like track record and the people and what people think about you matters more than the idea, because like to your point, there are a couple other startups that are doing this as well. So I
Yeah,
guess being nice to people works.
yeah, yeah. We got a message from the big dog,
Strike while the iron's hot. Yeah, like listen, man.
Jamie, CEO of Combat.
Actually, we're gonna announce we raised $5 billion, Series A minus, and we're just so happy to announce this. We're gonna hire like 50,000 people, and we're just gonna buy the government of San Francisco as well. Like you heard it here first, folks.
5 billion.
Oh,
All right, all right, all right. But before thanks, Jamie. And Jamie, before we go to the next link you dropped, we have a guest. Let's see who's up. Who's up first?
I don't even know how this works. So whoever's
Yeah.
up, please
All
bring
right.
yourself.
You
Or
ready?
do you?
You ready? All right. It's Sherry. Let's bring up Sherry. Hey, Sherry.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? You want to introduce yourself and say what you're building? What's your monthly active users, if you can share?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me. I'm Sherry. I'm building a startup called Peak. We help Gen Z's brain rot their way to financial literacy. But what that means is we're trying to take what a traditionally boring thing like financial management and spend management and make it something that's fun with storytelling and gamification elements that make it a lot more engaging. Yeah, we've been out in the market for just a couple of months now, but so far so good. Just have a couple thousand monthly active users, 4,000 or so,
Just a
that are
couple. Yeah.
starting their Just a couple.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's
But
awesome.
it's been super fun. I'm also just on the side, I do a lot of community stuff as well. So I was very fortunate to work with Wayne on bringing Convex to the first Cursor Hackathon in Singapore that had like 500 people doing cool stuff, including folks that submitted for Convex projects as well.
Awesome.
I'm just here to say hi.
No, we
Just
appreciate you,
thanks for
Sherry.
having me.
I
Just buzz
I
by.
had a quick question for you because I think I've seen you on Twitter before. Um, what like there's a lot of finance apps, and you specifically said a phrase that I'm very fond of, which is brain rot. So like what like angle did you take with Peekaboo that made finance non-boring? Because for most people it is boring,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
to be honest, it is boring. But like so
yeah,
what were some of the strategies?
yeah.
What makes your app like not boring in that case?
Yeah, yeah. So I think so much of I wrote a blog post about this. I think I'm gonna send it out later today. But I think so much of this whole space has been like us trying to get people to bring their brains to an accountant's mindset around money, right? Which is like dashboards, Sankey charts, like uh, things that are, I think, far more complex than somebody who's a normal person who's not as financial savvy would want to, engage in, right? Which is why for most of the apps out there, if you heard of Mint.com or Copilot, all those, right? Very few of them are actually crossing beyond, I would say, the 10 million TAM of users, right, in the US. So what we did as an approach is let's just try to meet people where they are at. And what's super interesting is we're in this like point in time where you have this like generation of folks that are graduating university, coming into work for the first time, who are very AI GPT native, right? And they
Yeah.
also just have much different behaviors around consumption. Like if you ask people like how do they consume information, a lot of them are using reels, TikTok, that are people like to say short attention span, but I would like to say just high uh short time period for deciding, right, whether or not something is interesting to you or not. So that's kind of the approach we took. So meet people where they are at, understand how their brains work in terms of consuming information, making decisions, staying on top of things, and design an app experience around it. So we have what we call like a mono feed. It's basically just a riff on the idea that there's only one single feed that you're scrolling through. There's no like central dashboard that other finance apps have. And
Mhm.
we're trying to recognize today, let's say today, Wayne, what is the thing that's top of mind for you about money, and what do we want you to feel good about? And that's your daily feed. You wake up tomorrow, your feed looks different, right? If you're going on vacation, you're going to be spending different kinds of money buckets. You're going to be thinking about things differently, and then day after as well. So it's more real time. It's more like snackable, and hopefully more interesting and fun as well. So
Like,
I hope
That's
that
so yeah.
explains.
You know, Wayne, the generations are different. Let me tell you how I found out that sometimes when you're in your own little tech bubble, you forget like other people think differently.
yeah,
Most
Yeah,
people use TikTok as a search engine. I
yeah,
yeah,
know this because I saw
yeah,
my wife go on TikTok and I asked something, and I would go to maybe GBT or you go
yeah, yeah.
Google. Then she went on TikTok, and you can
Hmm.
search and it'll give you like the video
Yeah,
that matches. And to your point, it's unfair to say short attention span. It's more so like you the thermometer to handle BS is much less. Like people just want the information quick, and with TikTok, you're just getting it right there. So um,
yeah.
I'm full agreement with you. I think less is more.
yeah, yeah. And I got a question.
Yes.
How do you come with the name Peak Money? Like, what's Peak Money? Also, I'm gonna invite Ingram to the channel as well. What's up,
Yeah,
Ingram?
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
let me
What's
about
up?
Peak.
What's up?
Yeah, let me about Peak Money first.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, functionally, we sat in a conference room for 2 hours and we're banging our heads against the wall to come up with a name, right? But how it kind of came about, right? Number one is we did not want an app to sound like a finance app because we're
Mhm.
trying to build a lifestyle app that people use daily that's essential that happens to be about money. So we didn't want to be like, something like finance, like very finance. Obviously we do have money in there because we couldn't get the domain for peak.ai in a cheap way, but we wanted to lean on something lifestyle. Yeah, just keeping it 100, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll afford peak.ai and just get that one.
You might have to
Drop the
raise a
money part
Series
of
A or
it.
D.
No, that's Series C.
Yeah,
No, you're right. Series
yeah.
A. That's Series A.
Yeah,
That's
maybe,
61
right,
million.
right.
61 million, Series A.
That's my whole mission for what I do, right? Besides helping people brain rot to financial literacy, I'm trying to raise enough money to buy peak.ai and afford it. But yeah, so the other thing that we liked about the name Peak is uh it's a verb that's used in a lot of contexts, and it actually describes what we want people to do. We're not trying to get people to stare and analyze so their brain hurts like their finances. We're trying to help them peek at it, so less than 5 minutes a day they can feel like they're in control. You just take a peek. And
Oh,
what's really funny is I was in a brainstorm with a couple of people in like Miro and everything, and I was like playing this game of how many times take a peek came up in conversation. It was 9 times in 3 hours. And I think that you want to have a word that people use a lot, right? I think that's why Apple is a really cool name too, because people eat apples, right? So there's a bit of this priming as well, where you want that name to come up and people to have an association, like, oh, let me peek at what I spent last month, right? Let me peek at, what this bill is, right? And so that's the other reason, is like it's a common word. There's not a huge brand that I think uses it yet, and it does, the association is actually the spirit of what we're trying to build.
yeah. Bet. Great
Makes
name.
sense. That's actually a great name. So Wayne, we're gonna name our startup Chicken then, since everybody likes it.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
No,
I thought that's what we were gonna name it. No.
no. You said we raised $1 billion, so let's call it billion.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, right.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Cool.
Are there any last words? Like, we know you're busy. We don't want to keep you
Whoa,
too
whoa,
long.
whoa, whoa. They know each other. They know each other. These two.
Oh, they're homies. Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
Oh, we're
yeah,
sitting in
we're-
the same room.
yeah,
Can I tell
yeah.
y'all something? Wayne brought me
Yeah.
here. The only thing we planned is the stuff we're going to talk about. And then last minute, I find out we have guests. So I apologize
Yeah.
if I don't know the dynamics.
Yo,
of
all
things.
good, all good. All good.
It's okay. We just
And
vibe in
Jamie, if
this.
you're watching, I better not get pipped for this. Ain't my fault. This is Wayne's fault. I'm just
Yo,
throwing this out there.
I love
No.
the spontaneity.
You know, when we spoke to Wayne the first time around,
Huh?
I literally mentioned that I watch your YouTube channel and like all the tutorials you were putting out. So when you started working with Convex, I was like, yeah, of course I watch like Rasmix like tutorials on like Next.js and like the templates and everything long before you were doing Convex stuff. So good
I
to
appreciate
meet
that. Did you
here.
say Convex should give me a raise? Is that what you said?
In different words, but yeah, why not?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
He's
Thank
a
you.
good DevRel guy. Like he deserves it.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank
All
you,
right,
man.
all right, right quick. Akram, tell me how you two connected, and also, I believe Peak Money uses Convex.
Uh, yeah. So, he
We
went
lost him.
away.
All right,
We lost him. Yeah. So we actually are not co-founders on Peak. We work on the community stuff and vibe coding education. Akram actually has a completely different startup, which you should ask him about. It is
Okay.
probably the exact polar opposite of what Peak is, but also pretty interesting. And then on the Convex side, we are working our way towards becoming a Convex customer for Peak.
All right, bet.
Yes.
All right, I don't
Yes.
have the mic. I don't have the mic. I'm not drop
Yes.
this mic, but drop the mic. All right, cool.
Yeah. Please don't. That looks expensive. So
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
was gonna say, please don't do that.
yeah, please. If that's a condenser mic of any sorts, like don't ruin it. It
Don't
kind
let
of
me back
affects
in
the
the
sound.
studio. I want me back in the studio.
Yeah, please.
All right,
We don't want
Sherry.
you to get disinvited. But yes, over to Agra. Yeah.
All right, Sherry. We see you. I see you online.
Appreciate you, Sherry.
All right.
Hope to talk soon again. Have a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
Peak.money. Go check out the app. There's soon to be a Convex customer, so I'm more bullish.
All
They're
right.
coming along. They're coming along.
All right, give me the spill. What are you working on? What are you doing? Good to see
So
you.
I'm good to see you, man. I'm excited to catch up with you next week properly.
Yeah.
As well. So I'm working on a company called NIYAM. So it's NIYAM.xyz. We build AI tools for electronics manufacturers. And the space is interesting because like every industry is moving really fast, but all these antiquated industries like electronics manufacturing are kind of still stuck in the MS Paint era of how they deal with a lot of things. So if you think about like the guys who, let's say, assemble your iPhones for you, for instance, or build your laptops or washing machines or whatever, the process that goes into building your devices for you uh, is pretty manual. So everything from, firstly, which components are you going to use? Do these components fit together? Do their supply chains line up? Do their timelines line up when you assemble the device? Everything is manual, but the process starts at an even earlier stage, which is every component that you use in assembling these devices has what you'd call a spec sheet or a data sheet. And these could be like hundreds or thousands of pages. And there's some guy who's like manually extracting information about how many pins does this device have, what spec do these components use, and then building a database for themselves to use when they assemble these devices. Problem is, if you screw up at step zero, the downstream effects are pretty significant. And for companies that are doing manufacturing, they're doing like billions of dollars a year. These things add up to like hundreds of millions of dollars in losses. So what we're doing is we're building these tooling, the toolkit for all these things. So we start out with proper data extraction pipelines. So if you're using any of these data sheets, can you extract the relevant information around electronics specifications or pin information or mechanical or footprint information? And then further down, you start operating as a product lifecycle management tool. So
Ankle.
yes.
Love you, bro. Love you, bro. All right. Give us the give us like how you doing? Where you at in launch? What's going on? Like how? Give us a spill, a short spill.
The short spiel, I'm great. I'm, I'm amazing.
You in
Chilling
San
in SF.
Francisco from Singapore. Why
Yeah.
are you in San Francisco?
I just came to chill out for a couple of weeks.
Bet.
Like Sherry was visiting, and I thought, you know what? I'll come down for a couple of weeks and see what's happening. The last time I was here was 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
So it was like around right about New Year's the
Nice.
last time around. So it's been a minute, and I think like SF's changed quite a bit since then as well. The ecosystem's pretty different.
Yeah.
So I thought, I mean, Sherry was going to come down anyway. So I thought, you know what? I'll come by as well and
Yeah.
see what's happening.
Yeah. And y'all did an amazing cursor hackathon together. Thanks for having comments there.
And of course,
500 people. Y'all essentially were in the New York Times of Singapore. Is that
we
correct?
were. We were also on like CNBC, Business Insider, bunch of media generally. So we did all right. Like it
Yeah.
was good visibility.
Nice, nice. Well, I appreciate you having comments there. And if you can share what's your MAU looking like for your startup? You don't have to share, but how you doing? His numbers good. Our numbers
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, numbers are good.
Okay.
I mean, enterprise sales are the way they are. Things are slow, but moving in the right direction.
All right.
That's all you can ask for.
Yep. Yep.
So that way things are great.
Yep. And
Uh,
how do you feel about comments? What's your story on that? Like
so
what's your one sentence story about comments? What's your vibe?
like I think I mentioned to you, but like the first time I signed up for Convex was maybe like middle of last year, and this was still early in like what the product looked like, and I was figuring out like how, because I think, can't remember which YouTuber it was, because like I think people underestimate the amount of DevRel that happens through YouTube.
Yeah.
But I think it was it Code with Antonio or
Yeah.
someone else?
Cody, Web Dev Cody.
Yeah, like either of them. I think it was WebDev Cody or Code with Antonio who had a convex tutorial,
Yep.
and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to put a backend together with convex and build an app with it." So I was like, "Okay, shit, I've never heard of convex. Let's check it out." And I remember playing around with it, and I was like, "Okay, this is pretty easy to set up." And then right after the tutorial, I kind of found myself as, okay, I'm not quite getting a handle on this,
Uh,
because like it was still early days. But I think like I revisited it a couple of months ago, and it's just a different product now, like especially with the convex chef, and like setting up backends has been like a real breeze with convex. So now I do see myself like bringing it back into the rotation with at least my hobby projects, and then like into more prod stuff as well.
awesome. Well, thanks for giving us a second shot.
Of
Shout out
course.
to Web Dev Cody and Code and Antonio. Those are the OGs of
Yeah.
comments, like tutorials and so forth. So appreciate you. Good to see you online. And see you. You get some swag next week. Coming by the office.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited for some convex swag.
All right, bet. All right, I see you. All
Talk
right.
soon, bro.
All right.
Now, Wayne, before we bring the next person on,
Yeah. Yeah. What you got?
I think someone just posted this. No, wait, hold on, not this right here. Someone said, "Heads up, you spelled propaganda wrong." First and foremost, don't lie. I did not spell it wrong. Now, I did spell it wrong earlier, and I changed it. So I appreciate the shot. Who we bringing on next, bro?
All right. Next, have you met next? We bring it on Wes. I've never met Wes before. Prelude.
Wait,
Never
is it
met
the
Wes
West that
before.
I'm thinking of? Because if it's the West that I'm thinking of, that's my dog.
That's your dog. All right. All right. Boom. Here he is.
Hopefully, so yes,
What's
it
up?
is.
What's up?
Wes. What's up, bro? Yes,
How you
sir.
doing?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. How about you?
Doing all right. It's a little rainy, but otherwise not too bad.
You are in Toronto, correct, or Greater Toronto area?
Toronto. I was in Toronto. I'm up in Keswick right now. Do you know where that is?
No, is that
It's
north or south?
it's north. It's north. It's past Newmarket area.
Okay,
If
okay, that
yeah,
makes
yeah, yeah.
sense.
Up
Fellow
there.
Canadian, fellow hopefully Blue Jays mourner.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got the hat on, but I was hoping to get a new hat. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But
yes,
what
actually.
can you do?
Uh,
Um,
yeah, share with us what you're
yeah.
building. I know you have something exciting that I've seen that you're cooking up.
I've been cooking something for a while. I had an idea for basically, when I'm building out stuff, it's pretty cool being able to type something and you get, your working apps, whatever, right off the bat. But I always find a lot of the times it's a lot better for me to be able to visually get some sort of design right off the bat.
Mhm.
And at the time, I was thinking about this in like April, and there just wasn't really anything. It was like either you go to Figma. Figma hadn't even come up with Make at the time, and so it's just anytime you want any sort of design phase thing, you still got to click around and set everything up. So even just for myself, I was like, it'd be pretty dope if you could just type in something and just get designs. Like I don't need it to be fully functional right off the bat. I just want to get designs as fast as possible. So
Yeah.
I was looking around trying to figure out fastest way to do that. I started it off with Supabase, then had some things where I needed a little bit more and tried out the Cloudflare worker stuff, and then came across the agent component on Convex, and I was like, oh yeah, this kind of does everything I need all in one spot. I can have my database there, I can have my functions there, I have this amazing agent component, and it's all just in one place. Makes it a lot easier. So I pulled that together, and then so now basically I have something where you just do the classic, type in your thing, and then as fast as possible, you start getting streaming out designs in the same way that text would stream out, except it's web pages. So instead of waiting for the build step, I'm just streaming out exactly what the HTML designs are, and you can get it as fast as possible, which is pretty fun to play with.
Wait, so like you have a working demo? Can you share a screen and show
Can
us?
I can I screen share? Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah. You share.
how do I do this?
That's a good question. I think you can press H and it'll pop up.
Yeah. H or hit the button because I want to see this, Wes. Because
I'm on like I have two tabs. I don't know if this is the right tab or not. Give me a second.
all right. It won't go live immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. But Wes, yeah, you've been talking about this for a minute.
MVP.
Yeah, I feel like I'm probably one of those people that's a little bit too
But you got
perfectionist about stuff sometimes, but I've decided to say just like screw it at this point. It's a lot better than the previous version I had before, which was just like a PRD planner thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I have this set up so you can just type in the prompt here. This is a basic. I have two options for either hi-fi or like wireframes, but the wireframes are a lot faster to demo. So if I hit that, it'll take a second, does a little bit of a call to figure out what it needs, and then starts pumping out the designs. So now you get right away, each one of these is a different thread in the agent component streaming back in real time, so you can kind of see what's happening here. It gives you a little landing page for your idea. So this is sort of like if we were to set up the platform that we're on, chatting, get a little dashboard, set up your live streams here. You double click this, you can go and get a little bit of a better preview. And then if you want the code for this, you can click copy up here or hit download, and then you just get the HTML file for it. So it's a pretty quick way to like iterate on ideas. If I'm saying like I want higher converting social proof on the hero, just hit that. We'll do a little edit thing, and then so this is the agent over here making a little tool call to the edit. Boom, there you go. You've got your edits, and so it's pretty nice because I just have this fed through. This is running off of, well, I was using Cerebrus, but I'm running it through Grok now, so it's super duper fast.
Mhm.
Their models, the reason the wireframes can be a lot faster is because they don't need to be super fancy. If I do hi-fi, I'm using Haiku 4.5 right now because that's pretty fast and has good designs, but it's definitely not as fast as Grok and Cerebrus doing like 1,000 tokens per second, which is a lot faster to iterate quickly.
So is this live now? Like, can people use this?
Yeah, I just yesterday ported everything over and made the beta kind of public and made a post about it like an hour ago. But yeah, it's this part is public now. People can play around if they want. It's pretty fun to experiment
MVP.new.
with.
Please
Yeah,
check out
MVP.new.
MVP.new, and it uses Convex as agent component. Shout out to Ian, by the way, if you're watching this. Ian is
Yeah,
the one who built the agent component.
he didn't make some dope stuff. I'm also using the Better Auth component. So like, there's a lot of really cool stuff in here that I've been able to pull out of Convex. It's really, yeah, no, it's so cool to have all this stuff in like one place. Better Auth component is great. The agent component is great. I was using the migrations component. Like, that's honestly, that's the one thing that sold me, is just how nice the component aspect is. You could just drop in so many different useful pieces as you need them.
And
I really
authoring,
can't wait for
and
there to be more of those.
we're launching authoring soon. So if there are components you want to build, I think December 2nd or 1st.
Yeah.
Wait, was I supposed to share that?
Yeah. Second, it's okay.
Or-
It's okay.
Oh, we're allowed to share? Okay, I just
It's okay.
Yeah, December 1st, 2nd. Authoring goes live. We'll have docs. So if there are any integrations or any components you have in mind, Wes, I would love to see you.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, I'm using, actually, I just checked. I'm using so many. I'm using the workflow. I'm using resend, and I'm also using the Autumn component. So it's like
Wow.
50% of this is basically just Convex components.
And that's the
Now that I'm
vision,
looking
right?
at
Just
it.
plug in all the stuff that's already built in that works, that's well maintained, and then just like piece it all together, and then you have a working app. Because at the end of the day, you just want to make your customers happy versus
It's
stitching
sick.
17 different services.
Yeah, this is fire, West. This is fire, and
Yeah.
yeah, and great to officially meet you in person. You know,
Yeah, you
we've been
too.
chatting on Twitter and then also Discord. Been very active in our Discord community. Appreciate you there, and yeah, we might have to do a separate video, just you like demoing this and talking about the back end, but and all the components. But this is sweet.
Got lots of stuff to keep working on with it, but yeah, it's coming together pretty nicely. And Comics is definitely making it a lot easier.
Nice.
We love to hear that, Wes. So thank you so much. Any last words before we send you off?
Nah, I think I'm pretty solid. Thanks guys for having me on. Appreciate it.
MVP.new. Thank you so much, Wes. Talk soon.
All right, West. All right.
Have a good one,
Bye.
guys.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, Wayne. Like, he using all the components, and I think that's like the grandioso vision, right? You don't have to really build everything from scratch, and all the code is there for you if you want to tweak it, change it. I think components are going to be a big deal.
Yeah, and Wes did one of the things where, like, we can talk about convex, we can talk about components, we can hype it up, but when we have our customers talking about it and demo and show like his user journey, he tried some other Superbase. Cloudflare is our homies. He tried Cloudflare, but then he was like, convex out of the box, solve all this with Ian crack dev components. So
Yeah, Convex solves a lot of problems, except personal ones. Like that's out of our jurisdiction.
maybe.
He said maybe. I'm actually working on one too, Wayne. I'm working on the Stripe component.
That's right.
So
All right.
yeah, we have all these components. We have someone else coming up soon.
Yes, we have Kate. I have never met Kate in person, but Kate won a hackathon using Convex. So let's bring Kate to the stage.
Oh, shout out to Kate. Same.
Right. Hey.
Hi, how are you? Nice
Okay.
meeting you.
Nice seeing you. Nice meeting you.
All right, Kate. What are you working on? Nice to meet you. Welcome to M.A.U. All right. What are you building? How's your monthly active users, and what's your story?
Yeah, nice meeting you too. So I was a ML engineer at Snapchat, and I left 1 month ago, and joined the hackathon immediately after I left my job. And we were building, and I'm still building, social media agent to help people create short form content, hassle free. So basically, you upload your photos and videos that you made throughout the day or throughout any event. Just give a short description, and that's it. And you get a video with your voice, some music which fits the video, captions, and editing, ready to share. So basically, I'm building that first of all to help myself automate my social media game, because I want to share my story, events that I participate in, like hackathons, but I do not want to spend time on editing, and it's just a lot. Like 15-second video can take up to like 2 hours to do that
Believe
all.
me, I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the great thing is that all these AI tools, they are already here. We have 11 labs for generating high quality voiceover, Suna for music, or again 11 labs for music, a bunch of video generation models to animate existing photos to make them more alive, and we have agents to actually edit, do video understanding, and do it all for you. The only thing that I think is lacking is just the entire workflow in one app. So yeah, basically that's what I'm building.
Quick
Good.
question for you, Kate. Is
Yeah.
this like because you said you were a machine learning engineer at Snapchat?
Mhm.
Were you working on something similar to this in Snapchat? Because it's interesting because Snapchat's like a very content
Yeah.
social app, and like now you're building this. Is there any relation at all, or like what sparked the idea?
So actually, what sparked the idea is because last year, 1 year ago, I tried to be Instagram creator, and I came across the fact that it's very, very challenging. And I might have a very interesting life, and I want to share it with people, but I do not have time to do that. So that's my problem and the problem of my couple of my friends. I actually, after the hackathon, I posted it on Instagram that, hey, this is the idea, that's the app that we made for the hackathon, and a bunch of people just reached out to me and said like, yes, please share with me, I want to try. Yeah, so basically this is my own problem, and I'm trying to solve that.
Awesome, awesome. And how did you hear about Convex? Because it was the Dedalus Lab. I love the Dedalus Lab team. They hosted a second agent hackathon, and we sponsored. The Convex sponsored, and it was like you won first place. I saw the demo, and so what was your Convex discovery like? Like you come from Snap. We're like, oh, someone from Snap using Convex. We're like, cool. So what was it like?
Um, it's just an amazing tool, and we use it as a database in our app. So it's very easy to use, a lot of integrations, and yeah, I think it was no brainer that we use that for the hackathon, and we continue to use it.
Nice, nice. Where do you
And
hear
what
about?
are so like is the app live now, or are you planning to launch soon? Where could people find it?
Yes. Yeah, so basically, I'm actively working on that. This is my first app. So as I mentioned, I was a ML engineer, so I did a lot of work in fine-tuning models, optimizing models, like releasing them to production, but never like entirely iOS app from scratch. So this is my first experience, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, right now I'm actively working on that, and I plan next week to share a lot on my X. Just post a lot of things like my UI considerations, like some of the workflows, see what people think. And yes, I want to release it on App Store, make it live, see what people think. Hope it won't be very, very expensive for me. So I will add monetization definitely, because all these tools like generative media, they're not cheap.
Oh, my bad, Wayne. I didn't mean to share that. Can
I'm like, what are
you?
you doing? What are you doing? Kate, stop. What's happening?
My bad. I
I told
apologize.
you about just some
Okay, I'm
wireframes of
sorry.
like Kate user
I'm
story, like bringing
I'm
this
new.
stuff
I'm new
drop.
to the software we're using. So I apologize. Where
Okay.
can people find you on X? What's your X handle?
It's DEYNEKA, my last name, underscore E. I want to change it. I am waitlisted for the new handle.
Yeah,
So Nikita Beer, if you're listening to this podcast for some
please.
reason, please, I want a new handle, which is like Kate Deneka, my name and last name.
All right, bet. Drop your
Awesome.
handle. I'll drop your handle in the chat.
Thank
Kate,
you.
again, congrats on winning hackathon. Thanks for using Convex. Much success, and looking forward to seeing you launch. And ping us when you launch it so we can help share it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you,
take care.
Kate. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
All right.
Yo, my bad, Wayne. I wanted to share, like, pre-share the screen
Huh?
because like there's some sauce I wanted to share.
Yeah.
Before, like, I don't know if we have anybody else, but like there's
No,
some
we're good.
like there's a reoccurring theme. Everyone is shipping and then marketing, and I just wanted to share. I actually did a video on this on my channel. It should come out maybe next week or something.
All right, just the teaser.
Can,
Yeah.
can you pop up my
Yeah.
my screen? I don't know
All right,
how you do that.
here we go. All right. Boom. There we go.
All right, perfect. Everybody see my Excalibur drop.
Yeah.
So I've noticed two things. First and foremost, a lot of people are building a lot of web apps,
Mm-hmm.
and so we can see it, and a lot of mobile apps.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, what should you, the person watching, or me and Wayne, we're working on a startup. We haven't figured out a name yet. You know, it's a cool name though.
What?
Oxygen would be a cool name.
Oxygen? Oxygen?
Oxygen, just an element.
It's the first time I'm hearing about we doing a startup.
We're not doing a startup together, bro. Built on
Okay,
Convex.
oxygen. All right, bet. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
oxygen. Okay, so me and Wayne got to decide whether we're gonna do a B2B SaaS and do LinkedIn posts or B2C. And the reason why this is important is how you market your web app or mobile app is dependent on who you're targeting. Generally, if you're going to do a B2B app, I think you need to go with web. And if you're going to do B2C, you're going to have to go with mobile. Now, Wayne, a lot of people don't know this because I never really talked about this. But in 2013, I had a Web3 startup back when Web3 was cool. And we did like close to 4 million ARR first year.
Well, you made it.
Yeah, I know. But long story short, I left, even though I founded the company and I took no equity, I took no cash. It was the different story.
Live
But
and
anyway,
learn. Live and learn.
it was a B2B app. It was a web app, right? And there were a lot of things, a lot of issues we experienced, especially at scale, because there was a time where we would have like 150,000 users, like on the site, spamming the same button, right? And this is where, man, like my love and appreciation for Convex happened because a lot of this stuff I had to build, and it was the most painful. It's all cool when you patch different services together. It's
Yeah.
a nightmare when users are trying to use your site and everything is breaking. That's why
Yeah.
Convex is great. But anyway, web or mobile apps. Let's go with mobile apps for a second. Let's say we want to target B2C people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 steps to this. You got to build the app, you got to market the app, and then you become rich. But this is obviously easier said than done.
Facts.
How do I build this app? First of all, I need a stack that I'm familiar with that will help me achieve my goals, right? If you're doing mobile, you're probably using Expo plus React Native. I know there's a couple people who like Swift for just iOS apps. Those are cool. But then you need a backend. And this is where, yes, I am the head of propaganda. Yes, I'm an ex Supabase user. But this is where I think Convex really shines. And
Bet.
the reason being is mobile users, especially I don't mean this in an offensive way, but normies have no tolerance for terrible UX. They don't like your app, they're deleting it, they're moving on, right?
Agreed.
So
UX
you and I,
design. Yeah, everything.
it
Yep.
gotta feel good, it gotta be fast, it
That's
has
why,
to be snappy.
that's why the other company raised 61 million. They had a fly UI.
Bro, you know what it is? At the end of the day, game is game, right? You can hate the game, you can hate the players, but the game is the game, right?
Yep.
So this is where, in my opinion, Convex shines, right? You can have your workflows, you can have your schedule functions, you got your real-time connections, like all that comes out of the box. And then obviously this thing needs to look good, right? So design needs to be on point, needs to be on point, right? So the look, the feel, like you have to treat it like art because again, when you're targeting people, B2C people, consumers, your app needs to be flat. But building it for most of you watching this is not that difficult. Marketing is where we struggle. Now, when it comes to B2C apps, you got to go where the people are, and that's TikTok and IG. I am sorry if you're building a B2C app and you're posting on X, like the only people who are going to look at your app are people who are trying to make your app, right? If I see an app, Wayne, on Twitter that does something simple that looks cute, the first thing I'm thinking of is, oh, let me rebuild this and turn this to tutorial so people can use comics. This is the first thing I'm thinking of, right? I'm not
It's so
thinking, oh, this
easy.
is a great app, I should purchase this, right?
It's so easy to
So
clone stuff now.
literally, right? And God forbid someone like Antonio watches your sees your app and does a clone tutorial and
8 hours,
opens this
eight
repo.
hours.
You know what I
It's gonna
mean?
be ready. It's gonna be ready.
So you need to be where the people are, and that's TikTok and IG. Now, here's the thing. I know most people are gonna be like, "Oh, I suck at TikTok. I don't know how to do it. I hate it." Then find someone who's good. You probably have one cousin. All they do is spam, scroll, like they have no life. Their screen time is 19 hours. That's who you need to put on your
19?
marketing. I'm telling you, bro. Some of these kids, some of
Okay.
the screen time, it's
Yeah.
this is how they be living. Like the phone's right here, right?
Yeah.
You know, I saw this like this documentary on how movies are made now,
Yeah.
and
Oh
the
yeah.
one of the directors said the way they make movies now, they design plots in a way where people can follow along even if they're not watching the TV fully
Yeah.
because they're assuming most people are scrolling,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this is the world we live in. So everyone here has a nephew, a niece, a cousin, a brother, someone who's addicted to this. That is your marketing person. So when you combine the ability to build something beautiful, powerful, especially when it's powered by
Convex.
Convex, plus the ability to share, to distribute what you've built, you then become someone who can come on the monthly active users podcast and share what you've built. So this is
Yeah.
just a little something I wanted to
Yeah.
share. We can
That's some good sauce. That's some good sauce.
and this is
Yeah.
what Oxygen is going to do. We're going to
Yeah.
hopefully launch something that makes us money, right, Wayne?
You got a cousin that's gonna be on TikTok? EG? Who's I
Yeah,
mean,
I got a couple of them. I got a couple of them. I
all
got a
right,
couple of them.
all
I
right,
got a
bet.
couple of them. I just
All
got
right.
to convince them that this is the way.
This is gonna make bank.
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool.
Do we don't have any other guests? We did have some tweets that we had to go through, yes?
Yeah, I think so.
And it will close up in like a
Oh
few
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, all right, let's do that. You sent another one. There's one link I'm not sure if I want to share it. I'm like, what is the hustle one? What are they talking about? I can click on. Let me click on it first.
Yeah, so this actually builds off perfectly off what I was saying.
All right, bet.
And I'm going to show like an actual example
Let me share
of
this.
this. Um
Where is it at? Where is it at? Here we go.
let's
Ready?
yes,
All right.
sir.
No, that's Kate.
Uh
Wrong one. All right.
That's the you want me to link it again?
No, I got it. They got a mouse in the Convex studio. They have a mouse over here. I'm used to a trackpad. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I can hear the click.
Yeah, I love James. Like, they got an old school mouse in here. All right, cool.
So this is a tweet, and the reason why I shared this, it says Gen Z's putting themselves in timeouts where you have people turn on this timer and they'll just literally sit and just be quiet, right? And they called it like, just being bored for 15 minutes. Apparently it's healing. That's what the youngins are saying
Oh,
on TikTok. The reason why I bring this up is popped up cursor, popped up Expo and Convex, and I built an app for this.
okay.
And the reason why I share this is when you have a tech stack that just works and you see trends like this, you just like as a developer, especially if you got some free time, you know, I know the job economy is tough. If you ain't got no job, Indeed.com, Convex is hiring as well. Um, we are hiring.
Yeah, we are.
We're hiring,
We're
especially if
hiring
you're,
crack jobs. We're
all,
hiring
all
crack.
jokes aside, if you're like great with infra, APIs, and all that stuff, we are hiring, especially if you're in San Fran. But I
That's
say
tough.
this all to say, let me pop open this app. I saw this, and then
Mhm.
instantly I was like, okay, I'm just going to build an app for this. Pretty simple app. I don't know if you could see
Got
the
it.
screen. It says, "Welcome to Timeout."
Let me
It's
hide.
like a mini onboarding flow, and then you click start, and then it starts the timer. Right? They did 15 minutes. You can change it to however long, right? So it just like blacks out your phone. Now let's say I cheat and I decide to go on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't log in for the 15 minutes, and I go back to the app. The app tells me you peaked, streak
Oh.
reset. And then I could click on history
Mm-hmm.
and I could see how many times I've succeeded. As you can see, I've succeeded 0 times. I say this all to say I built this all using Expo and Convex, and I
Yeah.
didn't even write a single line of code. This was like
Yeah.
8 prompts max.
Yeah.
So imagine you use something as cool as and as
Convex.
fast as this with Expo, and you have the ability to distribute or ride trends. This is how you get your monthly active users, right? You build what the people want. Um, and I think it's a muscle. You ship, and then at one point you realize, okay, this is the app, this is the startup, and then you launch something like Oxygen that's going to make $1 billion.
It's growing on me. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. Now I bet, like, I've had a goal of like I want to have 1,000 GitHub commits this year. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. I built like 8, maybe 9 apps on Convex this year. I remember something you said when you came here and you did your talk. You was like, now you working at Convex, you can build all your side projects. And
That was the biggest thing. I'll tell you 3 reasons why I joined
all
Convex.
right,
Number one was people. I told Jamie and James, I'm like, Wayne is the guy. I like Wayne, and
we fam.
biggest reason why I joined. So that's number one. Number two was, yeah, like just this itch to just build a side project every single week. It's like now that's part of the job. That's number two. Number three, now this is controversial.
Okay.
Jamie, if you're watching this, I apologize. James, if you're watching this, I apologize. But um, the founders weren't in their 20s.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot
And,
of people
and
don't
here's
talk
the
about that.
reason why.
Go ahead,
I
go ahead.
wanted to, and the reason why I say this is, like, listen, I love all the young bucks shooting. Like, I'm a young buck myself, and who knows, God willing, sometime I might launch my own thing. But I wanted to join something that had a little bit more experience. If you catch my drift, people who've done it and we're trying to do and we're looking to do it again. And people I wanted to learn from too, right? I felt like, especially in my career, that I got good with web stuff, right? But like when it came to system architecture and like database in particular, there's so much nerdizzle to it
No,
that,
this.
like, come on,
Okay.
man, like, don't age yourself, bro. Like,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
there's so much to it that I either go back to school, which I don't want to, or I learn from people who are doing it, right? And that
Yeah,
was the biggest decision. And Theo was a big influence too. He said, like,
yeah,
you want to work with people you like, and definitely found founder of this team. So that's
yeah.
why I joined, and hopefully we become $1 trillion company.
Yeah, that's the goal. Big shout out to Theo. Just I have an internal phrase. Thanks, Theo, because working with Theo and Jamie, working with Theo and Tom and Ian, the team, and Ben also with Theo, like they've done a lot for Compass, so we appreciate them. And to
Shout
your
out to Theo
point,
and Ben.
and to your point, it is a talking point when I'm out at events, meetups, and talking with different people in the community, and I'm telling them about Convex. I have to tell them that Convex was built by the team, James and Jamie, who built the Dropbox sync engine to
Hmm.
like let people know that yes, Convex is uh yeah, about a 4-year-old company, but the founders have this years of experience with database, with infrastructure. They're not just out of high school, they're not just out of
Hmm.
college like YC
Hmm.
startups. They're like super experienced with infrastructure. Because being a database company, you have to like build trust. You have to have build a relationship with people who are going to trust you with the data, and they have to know like this team know what they're doing, and Jamie and James know what they're doing.
100%. And James is a doctor, right? Like, not like a physical doctor, but like a nerd MIT,
Yeah,
like paper doctor.
he don't like being called, but yes, he's a Doctor
But I'm
James.
just saying though, like, I ain't one. Like,
Let's drop him. I'm gonna say, "What's up, Doctor?" He can go, no, no,
yeah, I dropped it one time and he did not like that at all.
yeah, he's
He
cool.
did
They
not like
cool people, cool people.
it. We
Yeah.
went,
You have one more link. Do you want to jump into it?
yeah, and then we can close off.
All right, bet. So what is this?
Actually, we should have asked the ML engineer who joined before, because this is regarding Snapchat.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Tate. All right. Let me share my screen. Mm, mm, Which tab? All right, this one. Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Second. All right, what do we have here? Oh,
Yeah, like another thing is like, what is this, man?
snap and perplexity. Oh, oh.
Like this, like and this is why I think we're in a bubble. When you have useless partnerships like this, like Snap and Perplexity, starting in early 2026, you'll be able to ask questions, explore new ideas, and get credible answers right inside chat. Was this a necessarily post? Did this matter? Does this matter? This is how I know we're in a bubble. When you have partnerships like this, it's like me and you saying, me and Wayne have partnered up together to push Convex to more engineers.
You know what? Yeah, I hear you and I get it, but there's a bigger play at this. It's the bigger play. We know it's about the billions, and it's about learning models. That's what this is all
Yeah,
about. That's,
that's a different story. So if Perplexity is getting data from
yep.
Snap, kudos to you, right? If that's the game, then it's like, you're doing your thing. But this to me feels like they just called Perplexity Sonar's API in chat and like that's it. And if that's the case,
Hey, think about the big picture, because like there's a lot of people in the world, especially and more people may know now, but a lot of people in the world may not know that um, Apple pays Google, right, for search.
mhm,
Like a lot of
mhm,
people don't know about that deal. Like
mhm.
it's
Yeah,
happening
yeah, yeah. There's a
on
little under
getting
the table cash. Yeah, yeah,
on the
yeah.
browser. Like it came out more with the one of the lawsuits recently, but
Hmm.
this is just the same case, right? Companies got to pay companies for data for access. The customers they're at will in terms of like who's sharing data with who, and the models got to learn. And going also back to your point about distribution, right? Snap has a distribution. Perplexity needs a partnership with an existing company that has distribution to learn to train the models, right? And so OpenAI, they partner with whoever them, but they have chat GPT, but a lot of other rappers are using OPI. So
Hmm.
Perplexity
Hmm.
needs this, right? Even I think it came out yesterday or 2 days ago that Apple's going to be working with Google for Gemini.
Yeah, for like Siri or something, like yeah, for their AI thing.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
Apple fumbled though. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Apple was gonna kill everybody with AI, but
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Apple. And this is goes to kind of where we are. I feel like in this whole startup, like corporate startup world, is that everybody's trying to keep up again with the startup movement and the culture of startups, which I love. Move fast, the whole old school saying ship fast, break things. It's actually ship fast, make billions. That's what's happening right now, right? Ship fast, ship a new model, make evaluation, make billions.
yeah.
And being that OpenAI has really pushed that, we're not sponsored by OpenAI, but we cool with the homies. Um,
Yo, tell them to hit my email if they want to do sponsorships. I'll hear you out.
hey, talk
I'll
to
hear you
Jordan.
out.
Talk to Jordan.
Yeah, I'll hear you out.
Jordan's head of AI and on the team. He knows some people. Um, but with OpenAI shipping all the new models as fast as they have been, and all the market trying to keep up, it just changed the culture again in the startup space where everybody's expecting more, expecting more. And Apple, you think about Apple, they usually wait until things are like perfect,
True.
right?
They're
They usually,
perfecters. They wait for it to be
yeah,
done and they perfect
yeah,
it.
yeah.
True.
And they with the Apple Vision is a rare case, but they need to do that because of the Oculus and other VR movement and Snap.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
but everything else they wait for it to be perfect. But the pressure is like we want AI now from Apple, right? And
And
so
people have been spoiled. They need to wait on Apple. I
uh,
see you.
yeah, because what company outside of Sony and Google has more data about everybody in the world in their pocket than Apple?
Nobody.
And so
Nobody.
Apple's models are learning. I'm not worried about Apple AI, Apple Intelligence, like in due time.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, and see, this is why Wayne's my co-founder. You see, we balance each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see
Oxygen,
that.
oxygen's growing, man.
Oxygen.
All right,
I'm
good.
telling you, it's a fire name, bro. Wait till I buy that domain. It's a fire name.
All right. If Sharon can get peaked out the AI, we can get oxygen.ai.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
cool.
sir.
All right.
We just hit an hour, Wayne.
Huh? Oh, we had an
We hit
hour.
an hour.
All right, bet. I want to show something that dropped today, um, and then we can bounce. Share my screen. Um,
Our
just
tech's
my,
gonna get better, guys. So we apologize for the.
yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, I need to get a trap pad in because this mouse is killing me.
And I can hear you with this whole wheel too.
Mouse is killing me.
Whole wheel.
All right, bet. So let me share this tab. All right, bet. So we dropped some heat today. I don't think you've seen anything. So let me share my screen. Yeah, bear with us, everyone. This is the first one. We get better. We get better. Boom. All right, we dropped some new heat today. Convicts team, some new merch. What do you think? Oh, we lost Mickey. You gotta
I'm
go.
here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Got it.
here.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, it's just the audacity to drop this while I'm not there is insane. To be honest with you,
You'll be
and
back
I
soon.
think, you know what? It's okay. Whoever it is to blame, I'm blaming, but it's all good.
All
This
right.
actually looks fresh.
Blame
Hey,
Liz. Blame Liz.
blame. Okay, I know who to blame now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
But no,
and you
James.
guys are going to be at SyncConf, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be at Sync Conference next week. James is speaking. Dr. James is speaking at Sync
Dr.
Conference.
James is speaking.
Yeah, yeah.
Doctor on paper. Yes, my boy Get Max said, bro said paper. Doctor. I mean, he's not going to save your life. He'll save your app, but he won't save your life.
Oh, oh, man. All right, cool. All right. Let's bring a couple questions, then we call it a show.
Yeah.
Let me see the new component you're working on. Can you tell us about it, please? Oh, the
Yeah.
Stripe component.
Yeah, so it's basically like you can set up your Stripe payments easy, right? So I have one-time payments, subscriptions. There's even some functions for you to add, like to enable seats, right? Like for orgs and stuff like that. Um, so I'm going to ship that. I'm playing with how you can add like usage-based billing. So like if you have like an AI app and people can only use a certain amount of credits. So all that stuff, hopefully in the next couple days, maybe 2 weeks, comes out soon.
All right, cool.
Uh, so this is actually a good friend of mine. Wayne, is
Huh?
building an awesome app. He's building a children's storytelling app, but
Mm,
like it's specific to your child,
mm.
right? So like you mention what your child likes and all that type of stuff. And let's say there's certain things like certain values you want to teach them, right? It uses AI in the background to generate those stories, and you can have a great, story time with your child, but the stories about them, it's with their pictures, their face, their art, and you'll get a printed one too. It's not a digital one, by the way. You get a printed storybook, right? Insane stuff. Convicts is being used. So I'm super excited for that to go live because that's going to be a really cool app.
Nice. Cool. All right, yes, be a guest on the show next one. We have you on. Bet. Mickey, it's been fun. First one. Thank you.
And
We'll
thank
be
you for
back
everybody
soon.
watching. It's going to be more fun and better. Are we doing this every week or every 2 weeks?
You want to do it next week?
Yeah, we could do it next week. Okay, every week. See y'all next Friday. Thank you, everyone, so much. And that's me and Wayne.